Hi guys, so today I want to share another story with you. Today I want to talk about Leida Margaretha from 90 Fiance saying that her ex-husband is the love of her life. What? So does that make Eric the runner-up? I'm confused. So we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it, people. We have to talk about the most interesting couple, or at least they're turning into the most interesting couple on the show, at least in my opinion. I mean, they were nowhere in my top 3, 10, whatever, when the show first started, but like a bullet to the top, they're slowly making their way up the top because they're confusing. And that's what I like. People remember I love mess. So Lita was doing an interview on Instagram story, and a fan asked her if Daniel, that's her ex's name, was the love of her life. And she said without hesitation, there was no thinking about it, he was. Okay? So, what? Aren't you supposed to say, no, Eric is the love of your life? Your supposedly fiance, alleged husband. We'll get to that in a minute, people. So she said yes. She said the only reason they broke up is because their families didn't get along. They were constantly fighting with each other. She didn't say anything about being out of love with him or him not being the person for her. The only reason you got divorced was because of your families? See how I'm talking about? This is confusing. This is confusing because in my book, that means I still love the guy. Whatever. Then she goes on. She says she still gets along with her ex. Plus, it's been anything but smooth her transition to the United States. They talk every day. What? You do what? You talk to your ex every day? I mean, I wonder what Eric has to say about this. It's insane. It's insane. I mean, it sounds like, at least in my little fickle mind, that she's in love with her ex. Especially when you consider him the love of your life. I mean, what the hell is going on? I mean, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I mean, does that mean you don't like homeless men? I mean, alleged homeless men? I mean, I guess if I really thought about it, I could see where she's coming from. The love of her life, the guy she had a $300,000 wedding with, and then the other guy who's not the love of her life that she sleeps on the mattress on the floor with. I mean, not a mattress, a box spring and a mattress. I mean, I guess I can understand. I mean, if you're being materialistic, but if you're being spiritually grounded, aren't you supposed to marry the love of your life? Ugh, I'm still confused. I mean, could it be the $300,000 wedding that makes her love her more, versus Eric's dirty apartment? And I heard all those rumors about how she only married or is engaged to Eric to piss off her parents. But no, that doesn't sway my decision. I am firmly stuck on she married him for one reason and one reason only, and that's green card. In my opinion. But even the marriage is confusing because it came out a couple weeks ago, last week I believe it was, that they had tied the knot, that they were married, only to be debunked by Eric himself. Okay, so what did Eric have to say? So he's talking about this picture that surfaced on the internet. He says, just so we're clear on the picture of us floating around out there and the article about us being married in Jakarta, it was a commitment ceremony, nothing more. It allowed us to travel to her country together. They won't allow unmarried, non-related men and women to travel alone together. No documentation was filed with either Indonesia or the United States. It was strictly symbolic. Okay? If you doubt this, go ahead and inquire with the State Department or the state of Wisconsin. That's a clear-cut denial, in my opinion. Okay? He couldn't have put it any more clear for me. Maybe other people doubted it. But then I go onto their YouTube account and they posted this picture here, this video here of them in Indonesia. Okay, certainly in Indonesia, you see they got little Alessandro there and she's there and, looks like they're having a good time. And what does it say in the description? Me and my husband took Eric, parentheses, now my husband, to his first road trip to Indonesia. This video was posted December 17th, 2017. Now, what I take this to mean in my pea little brain is that now my husband, to mean exactly what she said. Now my husband. You said it, I did it, but then you come out with the confusing statement that no, those pictures that you guys seen floating around is not true. It was only a wedding ceremony. Now, Somebody's lying here. Somebody's lying. And the liar is between you guys and you guys. Because you say you're not married. It was a wedding ceremony, but then she says, my husband. The only other explanation I can get from this is this. Maybe she just calls you her husband, and then that would make her the liar because, technically you're not married yet. Whatever way it goes, these people are confusing. And because they're so confusing, the only clarifications I can get are the postings that they put on their social media, which looks like they're living their best life, okay? They're going to photo shoots, they're going bowling, they're being a great family, which usually is a good thing. But I don't see anything about reconciliation with his daughter. None whatsoever. I mean, wow. I mean, for me, that's what I would like to see. But maybe they're doing some behind the scenes negotiations that we don't know about. In the meantime, I guess I'll have to do what the rest of us have to do, and that's watch the show, hoping that we get some clarification on things. Because as you all know by now, love the show. It's my guilty pleasure. So now what I want to know in my comment section, can Lita be in love with her ex and married to Eric at the same time? I mean, does the two match? Also, go ahead and click that subscribe button and that notification button for more stories like these. Until next time, talk to you then. Bye.